It's been a while since we actually did some documenting in Noodle Tools in class, although I'm sure you did this with Mrs. Pinkard or Mrs. Peppers in your computer class. But I'm just going to do a quick review, in case anybody wants it, of how to cite a website, because we really spent most of our time in class, in English class, focusing on books and reputable sources through LGCA. So you can see that I already have a project set up for my Great Pyramid flyer. So I'm going to open that up, go to my work cited, and you'll see I already have two sources in there, my book that I used and my reference source. So today I'm going to add a website as my third source. And so I found a website from National Geographic, actually a really neat website, and I also know that it is a reliable source because of National Geographic, the television show, the magazine. I know that they are well known for the information that they put out. So I found an article that I want to use, so I'm going to go back to my Noodle Tools, and the first thing it asks me is for the name of the website. To find the name of the website, you usually want to go back to your home page, even though I'm pretty sure it's National Geographic, and there it is. A lot of times this insignia will be repeated on every one of their pages, every linked page that goes with their website. So that's the name of the website, National Geographic. To find the publisher, I'm going to scroll down to the very bottom of the page, and I see National Geographic Society next to the copyright. The most recent date of access is today's date. It's the most recent date that I've accessed this website. So I'm going to leave that one alone and go look for a copyright date. And I can see down here it's a range of dates from 1996 to 2013. So that's what I'm going to put here for date of e-publication. And that all fits in there. And then the URL. Now when I do the URL, I want you to give me the URL for the page that you actually used for your research. Not the home page, because as you know, there are many pages that could be linked to a certain website, and I need to know how to find your information. So there's my URL. So now I'm going to go back to that specific web page to see if there's an author. And a lot of times the author might be right under the article title, but I don't see one there. I could look down at the bottom. It shows me who gets credit for the photographs, but I don't see an author. So I'm going to just leave that place blank. Now I need the title of this web page. This web page is about the Great Pyramid. So put Great Pyramid here. There is no English translation, so I just leave that blank. The website, if there's an editor as the whole, I could look down at the bottom to see if there's anything about, I could try Site Index, although I don't believe that's it. Nope. A lot of times you'll see something about citing sources, about us. Let's see, privacy policy. Uses of information. Doesn't really tell me anything about citations, and I don't see an editor anywhere on here. So I'm going to leave that blank, and it looks like I'm done. And so now I have my third source cited in here. And you need to make sure that for your pamphlet project you have, if you do have computer classes, you should have 2 online sources and 1 print. If you don't have computer classes, I've already talked to you about this, and you needed 1 print source and 1 online source.